2, 1.
One.
Okay, that was the first countdown.
Oh, it's the final countdown.
And then you have to go and do it right when it's live. No, hold it. All right, 3.
Oh my god.
You know what? I should just start using the mute button properly from here on out
What?
with both of this. Just relax. I got. On and on. I need proper sound effects now for that, but a big-ass weekend of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. 2 shows, I mean, one is Double or Nothing, and what do you know? We have 2 big shows. Too bad for one of them, because tomorrow's is going to be in Saudi Arabia. I'm actually going to be out this weekend at a retro game convention, so someone else will be taking over for that to stream it in this server, while I listen to it on my phone as I go around shopping. But I still have to cover this, so yeah. Don't worry, Double or Nothing will not have this issue. Time will be fine with that. Curse WWE for putting it on the same weekend and spoiling us with all these double weekends. What are you gonna do? Some people can't get enough. Sometimes they just don't want much. But here we go.
Oh, I know I can't.
Yes, Quiet Jam. Alright, King and Queen of the Ring here. King and Queen of the Ring is the first. And by the way, this is now the, 11th under this damn 10-year partnership of 20 events. There's still 9 more right now, anyways, to go after this one.
Oh, that's sure to be expanded before the end of the year.
Oh,
sure
why renew the deal? This shouldn't be locked. Just let them do events as they go whenever here. And just none of this locked contract bullshit, especially after what happened where the pandemic basically pushed everything back to the deal to be a year later than it was expected to, considering WWE only hosted one Saudi show in 2020 before the world shut down, and then they hosted one in 2021. So they were like half years. Never mind that. King and Queen of the Ring. Yes, it's not Queen's Crown, it's proper Queen of the Ring. And the King is back too. SmackDown actually already aired in Saudi, so we know some of this. But you know what? I'm not going to give a damn because I'm going to be putting this thing back together before I go out, but I digress. Anyways, I'm Coffee Lover 239, and with us as always are.
No, wait, now it's not my I digress. What is it, Jim?
I die Jack.
Hey, that's what you say, not me.
I know, but you got to keep up the franchise, you know.
No, you
but
keep
I
up
die
your
Jack.
franchise.
Okay.
When I come up with my own, I will do that. But until then, oh wait, I kind of already have with the theme here.
See.
Knock it off. Look, our resident John Moxley, Stan, Steven, Dean, yeah.
What up, everyone?
And our resident jokester, Kwai Jam.
I am the man that gives you context on all of what's happening in pro wrestling. I'm like Dave Meltzer before his face got all puffed up.
Shapesir is sitting this part of the show out, but will join us for Double or Nothing, and I'll ring him in when it's time. Assuming he doesn't just come in here and give us some trouble. I know where he is here with this, but let's just get...
And Jesse, too, so don't forget the two of them.
No, I have Jesse's predictions. He told me them earlier today, so I'm going to read them. And son of a bitch. You know what? They didn't even give us a picture for this match, nor do they have any background for it. Fucking Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell Women's Tag Team Championship. It's not even getting the special music because of this. You know what I mentioned, by the way, today to Jesse, that WWE has not done many pre-show matches on pay-per-view in a while? Well, guess what? They had to go and fucking break it. I had to jinx it, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Dean, you're first.
Jade and Bianca retaining.
And Kwai Jam?
Oh, this is a no-brainer, and I don't even have to give you a great, large dissertation about the actual history of this actual forgettable, inevitably soon-to-be mother-daughter team. It's going to be Bianca Belair and Cargill with no challenge.
And I agree. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Jesse's probably going to say the same, so you know what? Let's get to the real show that matters. The real deal. Let's go.
The Big Show?
Don't utter that name. That is between me and Jesse.
No, Dean Holtzwoggle.
Okay, Dean, you're fucking pushing it. Do you want me to throw you out right now, man? I'm
serious. No. Okay.
I'm serious. You're on that fucking leash, and I'm still trying to do it. Okay, first we have our King of the Ring finals. I apologize for this photo, but they could not make proper cards in time, so this is what you get representing both. Let's do the King of the Ring final for the World Championship match of the winner's brand at SummerSlam. In this case, representing Raw, we have Walter or Gunther, whatever the fuck,
Guntherish Walter or Walterish Gunther.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. The thing is, some aren't used to calling him that, but I am because I remember watching part of his NXT UK stuff for the takeovers then. God, I miss those. And when he was
Or
on the main event
just call him
screen.
German Drago. That works. German Drago.
That's not going to work, I'm afraid. Okay,
It
it's
is.
Walter versus Randy Orton. And
Okay.
for the Walter for Raw, Randy on SmackDown. So let's see. Walter beat Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, and Jey Uso in the first round, quarterfinal, and semifinal, respectively. And Jey Uso somehow beat Ilya Dragunov, which was ridiculous, after Dragunov beat Ricochet, and Uso beat Balor. And by the way, Uso actually substituted Drew McIntyre. I swear, can I just say before we get into it, how many people were replaced via injury? Like, this is insane how many people were replaced with injury on the whole. I mean,
What do you mean, Sammy insane? But okay.
Stop it. No.
Okay,
But,
sorry.
Look, Kofi replaced Xavier and then Jay replaced Drew, and then Dawkins replaced Bobby Lashley. That's 3 people on the men's side alone that were injured. On the women's side, Maxine Dupree replaced Zelina Vega, who actually won the tournament at one point. Dakota Kai replaced Asuka. That's like 5 of them.
Wow.
It's ridiculous, I tell you, but what can you do? So yeah, or you know what? Where is it? Here it is. I'll just read this. On the April 22nd episode of Raw, Walterish Gunther, whatever the fuck. You know what?
Guntherish Walter.
So I can say it my way.
Cool. There you go.
Announced he would take part in the King of the Ring tournament, making him the first official participant. Later the same night, 2021 men's tournament winner Xavier Woods as well as Drew McIntyre announced their participation. I forgot Xavier Woods won in 2021. That's what happens when you make it a shit show. On the May 3rd episode of SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, and Santos Escobar announced their participation. Both tournaments began on the May 6th episode of Raw, with the first 3 rounds for each tournament being held on both Raw and then SmackDown on May 10th. The remaining 4 first-round matches held during WWE live events on May 11 and 12, which are typically non-canon to the television product. Due to various medical reasons, some announced participants for the first round were replaced. I already outlined those, so I'm not going to repeat that. On May 23rd, during an appearance at WWE Experience in Saudi Arabia, WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque announced that the winners of both tournaments would receive a match for the World Championship of their respective brand at SummerSlam. I already outlined who Walter beat here, and who else got beat the fuck out in the process. So yeah. And that's for the Raw side real quick here. Let me see, was there anything? Nah, let's recap the SmackDown side. Who did Randy Orton get to here? Well, he beat AJ Styles, Carmelo Hayes, and Tama Tonga in the first round, quarterfinals, and semifinals, respectively. And yeah, after Tama Tonga basically beat Dawkins and LA Knight, no, because, well, LA Knight lost, he gets blown the fuck out by Randy. And yeah.
Can I just say, for the people who have watched, at least Quiet Jim, how did you enjoy the King of the Ring tournament?
It was not much of a tournament. This was like the WWE version of endless eliminator matches in AEW. That's literally what it is.
Well, was it better than the past ones?
I can't say it's really better or worse. It is what it is. At this point. So I can't show favoritism, and I can't share denial. So there's my opinion.
Okay, so yeah, all right. Dean, you're first.
Well, I got Gunther.
I'm giving you the leeway there because of what Quiet mentioned, and Jesse actually said, well, in his case, it's Walterish Gunther in his case, but he says due to bloodline interference. But I'm kind of doubting that because there wasn't much. And Randy, I heard that. And Randy here apparently did beat Tama Tonga, so they can't be too happy about that. All right, Quiet Jam, it's your turn.
This is actually a respectable finals for anything when you really think about it. This is like two of the workhorses. One's the future workhorse. The other one has been the workhorse of WWE when you really think about it. So I'm actually, they didn't give the big one to the big one to the disgunthed. Get it? The disgunthed Walter? Don't you like that one? The disgunthed Walter.
Very funny.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Walterish Gunther here. He deserves to be a king of the
And you know what?
ring. So he wears a little crown, wears a little cape. That's what he deserves. I think it's gonna be him.
And I agree with that 100%. Guntherish Walter in my case for the win. Either way, it looks like we're all in unison. And now we have to cover the Queen of the Ring tournament. In the finals, representing Raw, Lyra Valkyria, representing SmackDown, Nia Jax, for the Women's World Championship match of their winner's brand at SummerSlam. So I already mentioned who was replaced in injuries, but let's recap the tournament and how each of the finalists got to here. Lyra Valkyria beat Dakota Kai, who was originally supposed to be Asuka, and beat Zoe Stark, and then Io Sky in the first round, quarterfinals, and semifinals. And Sky had beaten Baszler and Natalia to get to that point, and Baszler beat, Maxine Dupree instead of Vega. But I digress. Anyway, hey, that's your thing.
I know, but you can adapt it to your own. I'm just saying.
I don't have to. All right, you know what? Never mind.
There we go.
I'm giving you flexibility anyways on the other thing,
yes.
But never mind. Okay, Nia Jax. Let's see. Nia Jax beat Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair in the, first round, quarterfinals, and semifinals, respectively. And that quarterfinal one with Jade Cargill ended in a DQ. What the heck was that? I thought I heard something.
I think that was Dean moving a little bit.
So I was typing.
Something's being weird here with this. I don't know.
Told you. And to make a quick joke here about the concept of the DQ, I thought you were going to say she won by DP by DQ, but okay.
Nope. I digress.
Anyway, keep going.
So that's it. There's not much more I can say. It's like you either give it to the established one who could rival who's ever previously won in the tournament. Like, if we take a look at this whole Queen of the Ring stuff, or rather the infamous Queen's Crown bullshit, it was Zelina Vega in 2021, the only other one who has. But that was such garbage, we shouldn't even count that. But hey, if you want to get something out of that, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, hold the phone. No, a sec, they're both on Raw. They're not both on Raw.
Uh-oh, he's starting to spit. Everyone start bumping your heads.
No. They're not both on Raw. What can I do, really, though? But you know what? I'm sure Survivor Series, we could find a way to work that in. Or maybe just a trade or whatever. I don't know. It's tough because you either give it to the established Jax, who hasn't been as brutal in this second run around. The
only thing brutal on her is her body odor.
Yeah, just keep her away from Kairi Sane. That's all I ask. On the other hand, you have Lyra Valkyria, who is actually
look at me, I can speak Welsh.
She's Irish.
I know, but she spoke Welsh though, wasn't
really?
It? Or Gaelic? No, Gaelic. She spoke Gaelic.
That's the Irish tongue, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically the Irish language, but you sound like you're always yawning.
Right. So do we give it to the younger veteran or the older veteran? That's going to be the decision in all this. So Dean, you're first.
Yeah, but I'm saying this. My whole night is I got Nia Jax.
Okay, yeah, I never get tired of that. The Jesse also said Nia Jax. What about you, Quiet Jam?
They make crowns in Nia Jax size? I didn't know that. I did not know that. No, and her ring, her crowns can be mostly comprised of onion rings because she likes to eat those. Jeez, man, this is probably the worst of the two of this kind of thing. This is not even a queen. This is like pretty princess of the ring. Okay, this isn't really a Queen of the Ring. Okay, if this was a Queen of the Ring, then I'm Maria Antoinette,
And I'm the fucking.
and I'm learning how to cook cake. Okay, I say give it to Live Valkyrie here just because we don't really know her. Okay, we don't know her, but she can move around the ring way better than Nia Jax can move around a buffet table. Okay, so I say Live Valkyrie.
I won't be mad with either result, but I'm gonna go with Nia Jax on this one. I just have the
Oh
feeling.
boy,
I just have
you
a
go with the
feeling.
Samoans. Oh jeez.
Well, they are Samoans. You just said it yourself. That's all.
No, she's an island unto herself, so she doesn't count as one. Sure, she might be part of the island group, but some people mistaken her for the extra island of Oahu.
Well, actually, she was
Extra
born in
island of Oahu.
Australia, but raised in Honolulu.
Still,
Built from San Diego, though.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let's just get on to the remaining matches. Now we have Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship.
Oh, God.
Now where is it? Here it is. On the April 22nd episode of Raw, Becky Lynch won a 14-woman battle royale by last eliminating Liv Morgan to win the vacant Women's World Championship, as Rhea Ripley had to relinquish it. The following week, as Lynch celebrated her victory, she was interrupted by Morgan and Nia Jax. Oh yeah, the latter's last night as part of the Raw roster, she was drafted to SmackDown in the 2024 draft. As a match between Morgan and Jax was scheduled for later that night, Morgan won. That prompted Liv to give Morgan a title match, and the title was subsequently scheduled for King and Queen of the Ring. There's not much more to say. Diener?
Wait, which one are we on?
We are on Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan.
Becky.
I'm not surprised you said that there. The Jesse says Liv Morgan. I'm not surprised there either. What about you, Quiet Jam?
I'm going to go with the chlamydia that springs up out of this match in the question.
Chlamydia.
Sorry, dude. Man, this is another cobbled together match that's not really a match. This is giving Liv Morgan a little bit more exposure for Becky Lynch to carry her rather than it being the other way around. I mean, it's literally like a glorified redheaded mother wrestling her emo kid in the backyard wrestling ring. But I die Jack. So this is another no-brainer. You just put it back on. You leave it on Becky Lynch so she can sell more of her books, a la McFoley.
Nah, I'm gonna actually go with Liv Morgan on this one, because either way, what is another Becky Lynch title reign gonna do that hasn't already done? At first, I was kind of irritated with how the Battle Royale went. But
it's called status quo. That's why they're doing it.
But clearly,
it's called status quo.
But the thing is, though, with that, it was kind of a meaningless Battle Royale, which usually that's how these turn out, in a way. So,
but meaningless is WWE's middle name. Hello. And it's in Saudi Arabia, too. Meaningless.
But in a way, if they wanted to give a proper run with Liv Morgan, have her win on a bigger stage, I could see that. I just didn't see that at the time, because we didn't know where it was going. But if that's the case, why not just schedule a special contenders matches and set up stuff, and then...
Yeah, special ed contenders match.
No, just special contenders in general. Set up several qualifying matches here, and then one big last hurrah or whatever, and if it ends up with these two again, then yeah, then give Liv her moment there. Too bad it's from transitional back to Rhea, because Rhea was never supposed to lose that belt, but injuries have basically kiboshed the whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan on this one, because really, it doesn't even matter who actually gets it here at the end of the day. We all know who it's going back to. Next. It's Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. On the March 11th episode of Raw, Sami Zayn won a gauntlet match by last eliminating Chad Gable to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania XL. In the weeks leading up to the event, Gable trained Zayn for his championship match, which he won. Because of Gable's help, Zayn gave him a title match. But before the match, Bronson Reed warned that he would go after the winner. Zayn retained, but after the match, Gable turned heel in the process, while Zayn was celebrating with the same. And here's my thing with this. Here's my thing. I get that, again, that Chad Gable was practically a spitting duplicate somehow.
Dude, he became Kurt Angle on the Raw. On the Raw, he literally became Kurt Angle when the live crowd was able to start adapting the "You Suck"
chants
to the rhythm, to the melody of his theme music, and they changed his theme music to identical to Kurt Angle's.
But here's my thing, though, with this.
It works.
I know, but here's my thing. It's like we built up this whole face thing, this whole overcoming Gunther Walter. But spoiler.
Yeah, but you got to remember, 2/3 of that was a VKM conception. It was not Triple H.
But here's my thing with that, though. At the same time, it's like, why throw it away on Sami Zayn? Like, that's not to say... I like Sami Zayn.
Dude, this is the same... Sami Zayn's whole career in WWE has been predicated on that very situation. The greatest underdog of a Mick Foley kind of quality, fighting against the odds in a Bryan Danielson way, against the corporate authority, and winning the big one.
Hey, let me clarify, though.
Literally.
I like him. I do.
Literally.
Okay? I think he's a solid performer. But I want to see him in the main picture. I know that's not going to happen for a while.
Define main picture, because...
Go into the main event title scene.
Well, he's been in that, but the problem is they considered the Intercontinental as the main event scene in some cases.
I'm afraid that's not the case there.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong here?
They consider it some of it, but that's not really... I'd like to see him win the WWE Championship one day. That would be nice. That's what I would like to see. I just feel like he's ready for the next step, but he's just been stuck.
There is no more next step. That's the problem.
So that's
the
it.
crux.
He's peaked, huh? That's it.
No. WWE's appreciation of their own titles has peaked. It peaked a long time ago.
Look, you know what I mean with this. I just want.
I know what you mean, but I'm just trying to be real with you. He can't go any higher. He can't go any lower. If he goes below an Intercontinental title, he's just a simple Randy Orton mid-carder. If he goes above the Intercontinental and wins the world title, then people are going to start going, "Oh, new Daniel Bryan." That's the mentality.
Oh, really? Please.
Seriously. Seriously. No one has gone higher than Bryan Danielson.
Hey,
no one.
If no one basically would want to just call him a repeat of that, then they're all a bunch of
It's what it's going to be, because there's no thought process in the majority of WWE fans who, I should make note, are casuals. They're not the hardcore smarks like me and you. I know. But that's your mentality you're about to face.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. I stand by what I said here.
I know.
But I will say they are doing good work with this heel thing, as I'm soon about to clarify.
Excellent work. Absolutely excellent work.
So, yeah, I can acknowledge when there's good still, even if I have my own grievances. So later, Gable explained the reason he attacked Zayn was because he felt disrespected by Zayn after he brought the title to him while he was down in the corner of the ring, and also seeing Zayn celebrating with his win with his family that Gable was not able to do after he lost an Intercontinental match in September 2023. Plus, my other thing is, as well as Sami Zayn is established mostly. I feel like giving Gable a title, an actual, non-tag singles title, or wait, did he? Okay, he was NXT, Raw, and SmackDown tag champ.
He was NXT champion. He was tag team champion. He was U.S. champion.
No, he was not U.S. champion. All he's won are nothing but tag titles.
The way the WWE is going right now, they might as well just have everybody be an honorary U.S. champion at this point, regardless if they won or not.
He was clearly the real Kurt Angle of American Alpha. So why not give him? An Intercontinental title, whatever. I'm sure after this he probably will at some point. But yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't do the story with him and Kurt as his father, but
they should have. Dude, they fucking should have.
Oh, great! Let's go to another silly father-son 33-2 genetic test like DKM and Mr. Anderson. That'd be fun.
All right. After being attacked by Reed, Zayn defended his title against him on the April 29th episode, which Zayn won by disqualification after Gable attacked him. The following week, Zayn attacked Gable during his match with Reed, causing another disqualification. Later that night, Zayn announced he would defend his title against Gable and Reed in a triple threat match at Queen of the Ring, which was later made official that night. So yeah, Dean, you're first. Oh, Dean.
Look, I love Gable and I love Bronson Reed. Hello, can you hear me? Can you?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I like Gable. I like Bronson Reed, but then I want Gable to win the IC belt, but I think Sami's gonna win.
And the Jesse thinks the same thing as well, but that's going to be eventually because Alpha Academy will probably be there at ringside, and with the way Gable has been treating Otis, He thinks this will be the moment where Otis finally snaps, turns on Gable, and leaves the Alpha Academy because, quite frankly, that poor boy has been abused enough by that son of a bitch. So you know what? Get the fuck out of there, Otis. We're rooting for ya. I now Jam.
Okay, this is literally night and day with the Christian patriarchy kind of angle. Okay, it's literally the same thing, except nobody has stood up to Christian because he
Because he what now?
always gets his way, and he always finds a way by hook and by crook to get a title, to retain a title, and to get revenge. With exception the last time he met with Mr. Copeland, a 2x4 and 4 nails than the wrestler's name. Okay? So in this, he's been constantly lightly abused by Chad Gable, who obviously has not gotten the Kurt Angle complete courage of just verbally decimating his little rabble of people. And you are clearly correct in thinking that Alpha Academy is going to be at ringside to support Chad Gable during this triple threat match and could potentially do some ringside shenanigans on keeping Bronson. Why the hell am I still in WWE when this is literally my third go around of doing nothing but being paid God's money? Reed, he has no reason to be in this match, okay? He has no reason to be in WWE for that matter, given that he has been an afterthought since he came back literally a year and change ago. So this is essentially a glorified one-on-one between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Chad Gable was a guy, much like Sami Zayn, who was laid out of the gate on trying to push this guy or find something for him that was gonna, cash in on the popularity of KO. Because let's be completely brutally honest, KO and Sami Zayn, KO was way better than Sami Zayn when coming out of NXT. That goes without any debate. Okay? They ended up finding KO's moxie and an upper echelon movement with Chris Jericho in the Friendship Festival.
Oh, that was great.
And Sami Zayn has had absolutely nothing. They've taken him from being a homeless soccer player to being a conspiracy theorist this side of Dutch Mantel and the real Americans to being back to exactly being the same thing he was when he came into the bloody company. Okay? Now he is the new Bryan Danielson. Anybody who does not agree with me that Sami Zayn was pushed like Bryan Danielson, then you don't know wrestling and you need to go back to R² Circle and pick your nose, okay? But anyway, I digress.
I do that anyway, Quaja. What do you say?
No, you don't. That's called mining for gold, okay? Different thing. Anyway, this to me is the most polarizing match of this whole entirety of the oil paloozathon 11th go around for WWE and the kingdom of soon to be Pakistan. But I digress with my political jokes. I honestly think the most logical thing to happen in this match is that Alpha Academy continued to be berated by, once it's gone down to, Bronson Reed being down and out after a table spot, maybe on the Spanish commentating table or what have you. It comes down to Sami Zayn, who's Mr. Resilience, who's been beaten 45,000 times around by Chad Gable. Chad Gable does, like you articulated masterfully, goes to Otis. But Otis, much like the redundant Luchasaurus, can't quit daddy. He can't quit daddy because his adulation, his synthetic acceptance is more important than any possible heel or face turn, which would make no sense because let's remember, this is in Saudi Arabia. This isn't in Detroit. This isn't in Flint, Michigan, where the water has more lead in it than the periodic chart of elements. This is in Saudi Arabia. But they're going to do something different here. Sami Zayn, he's going to keep going down, getting up and fighting. But I don't think it's going to be enough because Otis is going to make the save here to get the reacceptance of Chad Gable. But of course, Chad Gable's not going to do that because he is now Kurt Angle. So I say, your new Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable, give him something. Don't have him continue to stand there being a passive-aggressive, softcore version of Kurt Angle with, whatever her name is, Dupree looking like she just lost a job with Vogue. And Otis still looking like he's still trying to find all the Oreos in the back of the Alpha Academy kebab car. Okay? So there you go. I say give it to Chad Gable.
You're bold indeed about that. But I have to
It makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do that here.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm going with
Suck
Sami.
you dimwits.
Why are
Suck
you... Hey,
dimwits.
hey, didn't I say I would ring you when it was over here? And how did you know that about Liv Morgan here?
Oh, I didn't. I was just completely guessing. I want her to be injured.
Hey,
again.
ladies and gentlemen,
Dude,
it's
knock
your
it off
it-
here.
it's the
Hey.
only viewer, Shorzy.
Caesar, you said you weren't even gonna
Yeah.
be here, so why? At least for this segment, and we're not
For
done.
what?
King
Oh, you're
and
not?
Queen of the
Oh,
fucking ring. We're
ooh.
not. I told you I would ring you, man. How? If you just jump in
Well,
on
she went to bed. I had to go. I had to do
All right,
something.
let's
I
finish
told
up.
you I would fucking ring you then.
Just
man.
keep going.
You know what? You don't
Oh
even
my-
give me heads up on this. I do not appreciate.
All right, he'll be
Jesus
back.
God, yeah. What is? I don't even fucking know where I was here. Yeah, Sami Zayn. I'm done. I'm fucking done right now here. Just Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, undisputed championship. That's it. So after defending it at Backlash, Cody appeared on the following SmackDown. After being introduced by General Manager Nick Aldis, he announced Rhodes' next opponent would be U.S. Champ Logan Paul, and a champion match was supposedly scheduled. But on the following contract episode, during the contract signing, the contract stated both titles would be on the line. But when Paul was about to sign the contract, he tore it up, brought out his own. Only Rhodes' title is on the line. Rhodes signed the damn dotted line, so it's just going to be this one fucking title. I know, Logan's a big guy here, and everything in Saudi, and the star, but why the hell does he still have that damn U.S. championship at this point? Something's got to give with this shit. Like, it has to. As for Cody, well, we're just waiting until the next big one feud. I can tell you, this ain't fucking it right now, and neither is any of this other bullshit. I'm still trying here. Just... Dean...
I got. Ooh. Cody.
Jesse... Cody Rhodes because the Wyatt Six debut after the match to beat up Cody. Quai Jam...
This is another nothing burger. This is probably the most nothing burger main event I've seen of all the Saudi shows. This is the most nothing burger. This is purely being done to increase the heelness of an already prematurely healed up Logan Paul, and I've talked about this on other ones of these live streams about why I thought he'd been rushed too early into being a heel. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. He can promo. He is a natural talent when it comes to promo. Okay, the ring work, still too many foreign weapons. Okay, from my taste. Okay, too many brass knuckles, too many ringside interference. This is going to be his real. I'm sure they're going to have ring shenanigans at this thing all over the place. And for Cody Rhodes, this is just going through the motions. Really, this is going through the motions. This is just going to be what it is, you know. And this, I would say, this is the first major pay-per-view champion versus champion we've seen in probably 10 years with WWE. I really do. I don't think we've had this in a long time. AEW's done it like what 5-6 times in the last 5 years.
Versus champion a couple years.
Well, they literally do it in their sleep now, so it's like they do it like every other.
Except it's not. It's just the one title, and that's it.
5. Yeah, it's not. It's not. But they're champions. That's why you do it. This shows why Logan Paul is and why Cody Rhodes is. It's mostly like it's almost like it's like an exhibition at the World's Fair. This is what a tree is.
The last time we saw this is when Seth and
Seth and what now?
Yes,
Seth and John Cena.
Exactly. So this is not there is no winner or loser in this match. This is to showcase both of them on equal grounds in a ring. But as always in WWE, when they do these matches and these rare occurrences, the world champion always wins, exception in AEW. The 2 times that has happened. So I'm going with Cody with this. And this is another, don't have to think this one out. It's a common sense.
Yeah, Cody. Like, this, no ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for that, which means now we can go to this.
Now you can get cheap shirt here. Great!
Now I can ring you in now here. Ring him in.
I'm gonna ring you in now.
Don't you know? See, now we're done with it, and now we're on to Double or Nothing.
Yes,
all you had
now
to do
we're
was
on-
wait for me to ring
Yeah.
you like I said I would, because I'm a man of my word here. Okay,
Words.
Huh.
dude, knock it the. Don't even fucking. Are you actually gonna take this shit seriously, man?
Who,
Do you
me?
just
I
not-
do.
But you just had all of that. You know I'm fucking serious when I had to do that. You know this.
Well, I'm trying to find a hockey game, so.
Well, just have some
Oh my
patience
god,
with
it's out of
this.
market.
Just go start with a Wayne's World movie and you work your way down to Strange Brew.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good idea. I might actually.
No, see,
All right,
that's-
we already took longer.
I
on
do like
that
the hockey
one.
movie Slapshot. That was a funny one.
We already
that
took
was a
You
longer
mean
really
with
slap
that one.
nut? Slap
Guys,
nut.
guys.
Dean,
There
shut
is-
the fuck
Okay,
up. No.
you need to stop being so passive aggressive to him, for God's sake. This is the type of shit that doesn't happen. And all of you
Oh,
now,
there we go.
we are not
Wayne's
done here.
World. Wayne's World. Sorry.
You know, you keep this up here. We're gonna be here. We took a good while with that last one, even without you there. And this is, you know what? There's too much. There's an anarchy in the arena. Mercedes is finally fucking wrestling. FTW, an eliminator match when there shouldn't be. It's a number one contenders pay-per-view match. And a fucking barbed wire steel cage match. So no more wasting any time. Oh god. Wait, did they... That match is not listed, by the way, so I don't have to even acknowledge its existence.
It's basically Revolution Part 2.
Let's just go.
Basically what it is.
What? Diana versus
Roderick Strong versus Will
Thunder Rosa? Yeah, it
Ospreay.
just got announced.
Not discussing that match. We are doing the ones that are listed here, and that's not listed. So
It
Roderick
just
Strong.
got announced.
I don't give a shit. It's not on the fucking list, and I am not even gonna acknowledge shit that people are going to throw. You know, if you were here in the last one, they added a fucking sneaky little fucking women's tag title match on King and Queen of the Ring. I didn't even play the damn sound effect or have a card matchup for it. So why should I give a fuck about it here when it's not even listed?
Oh.
You know how AEW's social media is. They announce it at the 11th hour every time. They don't
I hate
every
it,
time.
and I hate that. Now, if you would just let me get in order properly, Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the International Championship. Roddy defeated Orange Cassidy at Revolution, which you mentioned, Revolution, to win the friggin' belt. And on the April 24th episode of Dynamite, Will Ospreay won a casino gauntlet match to become the number one contender for the championship. So, Diener, you up.
Well, Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. Now, Sheepster, you take your place here. And
Billy
you're-
Goat.
Will Ospreay then?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. The Jesse said Will Ospreay as well. So now it's Quiet Jam.
Okay, here's the one thing that not mentioned about this match that's potentially going to be one of the biggest things to happen is going to be Adam Cole is going to be reappearing here to watch this match along with Bennett and Taven at ringside. He'll be walking on his own power too, so no wheelchair. Not even borrowed by Hot Roddy Broderick. But this is going to be the match that's going to steal the whole pay-per-view. This is the match to steal the
show.
Going to happen here. I easily see, if they go with the safe bet, they keep Roderick Strong holding it. But Ospreay has got such fast counter ability that only two guys, may I notice, who were in that faction originally could do, him and O'Reilly. That I think the smart bet is that Ospreay comes very close, but gets undermined. Wait for it. The return of MJF out of the crowd to attack Adam Cole, and he leads onto a chase throughout the arena, and this leads to Roderick Strong getting him in that beautiful lumbar check move he does, finishing move, and then you have Roderick Strong retaining the international title. It would make no sense, and you got MJF back in the fold. There you go. So that's my pick. Roderick Strong retains, but with the return of MJF.
What, in this instance? Oh, goodness.
Yes,
Well,
with Adam
maybe
Cole at
I'll
ringside
find
being.
out.
Dude, he did have a tweet earlier today. I don't know what it said, but I saw that he had a tweet.
Yes, he had a
So he's
tweet.
now active now.
Yes.
He's now
So
back active
what would
on
make the
social
most
media.
sense is if what happens is Osprey goes out of the ring to play crowd control, taking out
Yeah.
Taven, taking out Bennett, but leaving Adam Cole unscathed, just to see him like back up at the security railing and a fan standing there with a devil mask, pulls it off and attacks Adam Cole. Adam Cole starts running like crazy, and MJF chases after him to a massive atomic pop. And Osprey is distracted, and Roger grabs him, lumbar check, 1, 2, 3. He retains, and we've got to do it. We get 2 birds knocked down with 1 stone in an important show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but
He's been online again. I mean, that usually means that they come
Dude,
back.
MJF is coming back. When you think of MJF, you think of 2 places.
Can I just...
Double or Nothing in Long Island.
Yeah,
exactly.
but we only have
It makes the most sense.
You know what? It's still gonna happen regardless, probably. Or
I know,
maybe not.
I know, but
I don't know.
But Roger has been the strongest with a championship, and Osprey can continue to chase. Because we inevitably know what's going to happen with Osprey's endgame.
Yeah, you know what?
What's going to happen? Osprey is going to leave the Callis family and become the next Cody Rhodes. It's easy.
Alright, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Roddy on this one. I won't be mad with either result, but clearly I think we know where the real deal is for Osprey, but we'll get to that later. Timeless Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm doing a striptease and wrapping herself around with Serena's Deeb's flag like she's the fucking
Hey, don't forget she does some Simpsons impressions.
Yeah.
She did months.
That's all I remember from all of this here. And yeah. So with that, there's really just not much more I want to say beyond that. So, Dean?
What?
Who do you got? Come on, man. Just tell me who you got.
Wait, what match are we on?
It's Toni Storm
Toni Storm and
Deeb. Toni Storm.
Okay, Sheep Sir.
Timeless Toni Storm, obviously. I don't really like Deeb that much.
Oh,
she can't promo for her life.
Oh, come on. Come on, man. I think you're being way too hard on that front, but whatever here.
Be hard on the people that didn't give her a proper push. That's who you be hard on.
Yeah, whatever.
I have something that is hard.
Okay, enough.
And that's in your imagination,
Shut
not
it.
reality.
Just shut it and stop, man. It sounds like you're not even. Okay, Jesse says Timeless Toni Storm. So now Quiet Jam.
Yeah, look, they tried with Serena Deeb. This is like the second time, and they brought her back in by having her in a straitjacket, playing mental MMA fights with theoretical trainees. I'm not making this up. This is what they actually did, and then they waited like literally 3 weeks after the fact in the build up to the match. And she's trying to promo, and the crowd is literally just not invested. You know what I mean? They were like, Toni Storm and Toni and whatever have you.
Yeah.
So even the crowd was not even into her. So Timeless Toni Storm continues to innovate and change, and her most recent iteration of that brilliance is during her match with the tag match with Cameron and Saraya, when she hit. She grabbed Saraya and threw her into the downed Cameron and went, ha ha! I thought that was the most impressive thing. She's continuing to innovate. She's doing something new every bloody time, and there's no other woman wrestler in the entirety of the wrestling industry who has been this versatile and creative than I can remember. And that's saying a lot, and that is the ultimate compliment I can give Toni, because not one woman wrestler who has been either handed a gimmick, told to dress up like a Yakuza killer this side of Cyberpunk 2077 Japanese Yakuza DLC edition, or just been flat in the ring that could keep up with Toni Storm. Dude, she is literally Jamie Hayter now. She is the Jamie Hayter seat filler till Jamie can come back from back. So this is another no-brainer. You Tony Storm, Serena Deeb. You need to go back down to Dark, or you need to go down to ROH for a little while because you have absolutely no shine.
I'm going with Tony Storm on this one. There is no debating. They do not want her to lose that belt for a long while. So yeah, pretty simple on that one. Next, we have Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW
My kind of match.
Championship, of course. Oh god, there's no background here when there should be. So basically,
shall I wing it? Shall I wing a storyline for you with him?
You can just do that when you get to. I'll list some noteworthy things. Let's just say with the darkness that is the House of Black, which Adam Copeland in general has been feuding with, now culminating in fighting with their leader, he's decided to tap into his own darkness as well. The Brood side of things, if you catch my drift. Anyways, that's really the gist of it, though.
Wait, let me contribute late laughter. Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
Hey, you do not need to follow in his footsteps right now, man. Okay, look, yeah, you get the idea. So, Diener?
Let me think. Hold on.
Ooh, tough one.
It's like he's thinking about the raspberry jam that hit Malachi more than the match right now.
I was just thinking that. I think Copeland's gonna win.
Alright, now it's Sheepster's turn.
Tommy and... Oh, no, I'm sorry, Malachi Black. I mean Aleister Black. I mean Malachi Black.
Okay, stop fucking... Dude. Just stop. Just answer the fucking names.
He means Tyler Black. He means Rebecca Black.
Dude. Oh, Jam? No.
I'll stop.
No,
Sorry.
that never leaves anyone else. Okay. Between the... It's the second time I've had to tell you. Yeah, so I know what Shifter says. What does Jesse say? He says Adam Copeland, and now Jam.
Okay, this is going to be the match that everyone's like, I can't believe we're actually getting this and an Anarchy in the Arena in the same pay-per-view. Boy, they really want to have a steady supply of gurneys going to and from ringside here. But I digress. The build-up for this match, actually, this to me has been the most creative stuff that Malachi has been able to do in so far. 3 years
3.5,
with AEW?
yeah.
3 years. He came into a Cody feud, and now he's ending it with Wrestling Edge of all things. And if this was on my Pro Wrestling Unpredictable bingo sheet, I would have gotten free space 14 times. But I digress. The build-up for this match, the mind games on both parts. Look, Edge just did the Raspberry Jam version of what he did in the Brood here. And I believe this match is actually going to be brutal. And I don't think Malachi is going to add the same finish happen to him as much as it happened to Christian with that the spike 2x4 with the 14,000 nails on his little John Thomas. But I think this is going to be a brutally bloody match. Probably one of the bloodiest matches since, I don't know, Edge McFoley, the 2010s. Remember that one? The flaming table at ringside?
Oh, yeah.
So, and that was a TV match. It was not a pay-per-view match. That was a TV match.
That was WrestleMania, dude. That was WrestleMania.
Well, I know, but they did. Was it WrestleMania? Okay, go. Well,
Yeah,
my recollection's off. But I think this is going to be the match of the night because of how unpredictable a ring and barbed wire can be.
Just let him still.
We're going to see a lot of blood. We're going to see a lot. But I think Cole is going to bend the knee here to Malachi, and we're going to see Malachi Black finally get a title. Not counting the trios. I don't count trios as a title. I count that as just, hey, here's something to keep you busy. We do like you. That's how I feel about trios titles. But I think Malachi doing a singles run is the greatest thing in AEW right now next to Tony Storm because this has been something that has been needing to be done since he came to the Bloody Company. Let us remember, Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Tommy End, whatever you want to call him, he was the first guy with the first balls, other than Moxley, to go, you know what? I could do better somewhere else. And he went to AEW. This was before Samoa Joe. This was before Cole, before Bryan, before CM freaking Punk. Okay? This guy was the right-hand man creative project in the black and gold NXT that Triple H had in his draw sites. Okay? Let's not forget that. And right now, I'd say, you know what? Him and Copeland have a hell of a slobber knocker here. Malachi Black's your new TNT champion. You give the House of Black some good real estate.
Okay. All right. I see. And on that note, I mean, it could go either way. I wouldn't be mad with either result. But I may as well...
Excuse me.
just gonna go with you're excused. I'm just gonna go with Copeland. But honestly, either result...
Yes, I rule.
I said Copeland, yeah.
I know. I'm just pretending I'm in another universe.
Look, either result, it'll be fine. Either result. Let's go to the next one, shall we? And this is what happens when you have a #1 contenders match on a pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita, IWGP... Stop it. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. You're still relying on a joke that's several years old, by the way. You know how these matches go. If Takeshita wins, he gets a future IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Let's see. At NJPW's Windy City Riot, Jon Moxley defeated Tatsuya Naito to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. He then began feuding with the Don Callis family when Don Callis arranged a title match against Powerhouse Hobbs on the April 24th episode of Dynamite. Moxley won the match and would later be called out by Konosuke Takeshita, and then Takeshita would later attack Moxley on the following week's Dynamite. An eliminator match for a future title shot would be scheduled for Double or Nothing. Why not just burn it off later so we can save it at a later major pay-per-view or even Forbidden Door? Because we're going to stretch this shit out one way or another. Diener, you're up.
I got... BC Gold.
The what?
Just...
BC Gold.
No.
Bullet Club Gold. Bullet Club too sweet.
That's not that much.
No.
Dude, we're talking about Moxley
Takeshita.
Moxley Takeshita.
He's so...
For the IWGP World, fancy,
it's
pretty princess title.
It's a #1...
Yeah, for the eliminator match, to get a shot.
Yeah. Dean.
I think he's going Moxley.
What?
Moxley.
That's all you had to say. Anyways, now it's Sheepster.
Takeshita? I mean, I think it'd fucking piss everybody off if he wins.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No. The Jesse says Takeshita, and now what does Quiet
Yeah,
Jam
bud.
say?
Oh, you know what I say? I say this is going to be your first Japanese-born wrestler that is going to be going upwards and upwards towards. He was the ace of DDT Pro after Omega. Okay, we got to remember where Omega really came into his own. It was not in New Japan. It was in DDT Pro. Yeah, he may have been wrestling 12-year-olds and mannequins, but later on he would grow out that beautiful, luscious hair of ramen hair and become the big bout machine, become the cleaner, become one of the greatest wrestlers of the last 25 years. But I dijack. Takeshita is no different from Omega. That's why they call him the Alpha. Because he's literally, we saw this in Osprey and him and Revolution Part 1, or I'm sorry, Revolution 2024. We saw Takeshita and him have never wrestled each other one-on-one. Jesus, he could have out-wrestled Osprey in this match. He was so bloody good. So this is where I think Moxley is going to get humbled, because let's remember, the last person to humbles Moxley in the end was Cena, and that wasn't even that great of a match. With Takeshita, Moxley is actually looking at a challenge here. Yes, Moxley is looking at an unpredictable opponent here. He's seen what Takeshita could do, but we have all not seen what Takeshita could do. Moxley is very resilient. He comes back after a lot of damage. We saw that just recently between Shota and him at the Windy City Birthathon. We saw that. So I think Takeshita is going to not overpower Moxley, but every time Moxley thinks he's beaten him, he's going to come back stronger.
Yeah,
And we're going to see Takeshita. They're doing this by design, okay? If Takeshita had already won a title at this point in the singles route, then there would be no necessity for this eliminator. But there is a necessity there because we got to continue. Takesh just got to continue to show why he is going to be the first Asian-born AEW World Champion down the road since Ricky the Dragon Steamboat many decades ago. Okay, so I say they have a knockdown drag out fight, but Takeshi, this leads to a pay-per-view match, be it in New Japan, be it in AEW Forbidden Door 3, which would be the most logical drop-off point here. That even with the BCC at ringside potentially playing shenanigans, Takeshita will come through, win the Eliminator, and get a shot at the IWGP World Title, which was in a parallel promotion to DDT Pro, and will make all those New Japan fans in Japan lose their collective shits. And I am all for that because it will be the first breath of fresh air that's of a Japanese origin since Yoda Tsuji. Okay? So I say he wins the Eliminator after a hard match, and this leads to Forbidden Door 3 in your co-main event, Takeshita Moxley for the IWGP Pretty Princess title.
You know what? You know what?
Am I wrong?
I actually
I'm not
think
wrong.
Takeshita might actually win this
Yes!
one here. Why
See?
not give him at least just
You're
a
welcome.
contendership? So why not have him win here then? Sure, why the hell not? I'll go with Takeshita. I mean, what do we have to lose here? Hold on.
About 24 minutes of sleep.
Oh, here we go. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. So here's the deal of what happened. It was some tag tournament match, I think, here, building up to AEW Dynasty, if I remember. Let's go back a little bit then, shall we?
Oh, Jesus
Or
Christ.
at least it was the aftermath. No, actually it was. It was that. Because on April 3rd, Trent left the group by attacking Orange Cassidy after losing in the semifinals to the Young Bucks. Yeah. And then, not to mention, Trent apparently put Chuck Taylor on their shelf so much to the point that in kayfabe, he'll never wrestle again.
He is, yes, kayfabingly right now. We don't have a confirmation that he is now retired. Kayfabingly speaking.
In any case, yeah, now they're getting revenge basically on each other. Poor Sue. You have to wonder how she feels about all of this. How her own son is acting like this. I tell you, this is ridiculous. But what can I do, really? Oh, Diener. Oh, Dean, I need your answer. Trent or Orange?
I love the cameos.
Oh, by the way, are you there, Dean?
Dean.
Hello.
There you are. Okay, Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy.
No, Trent.
All right, Sheepster.
I'll go Orange Cassidy. Why the fuck not?
Okay. The Jetsy actually also says Orange Cassidy. By the way, I got your message. Apparently you're doomed with Aaron Rodgers coming back. Not unless that turf takes him out again, like it did last time.
What is it coming back to? What is it coming back to? Competitive eating?
Bruh.
I wish you would go there.
That turf, that turf could take him out again anytime. You know MetLife Stadium turf is fucking dangerous and awful to play on.
It looked like it was breaking news, so I thought I'd let you know.
Thank you. Anyways, I will actually go ahead and... Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, Jesse said Orange Cassidy. Now it's Quijam's turn.
Okay, this was taking a fabled group of AEWs for its 5 years of its history, the Best Friends, which has seen so many wrestlers come and go, from even Stokely Hathaway all the way up to someone as obscurely dead as a Chris Statlander, kind of watching coming out of a Crane game, and that's not a joke. She actually came out of a Crane game upon her return in an arcade, remember the Arcade Anarchy match?
Yeah,
she popped out of a vending machine. or a crane game at ringside with a bunch of other arcade games. But I like always, I dijack. This is your one of your prestige factions. This side of Dark Order of AEW just imploding, and this is yet again they decide to go with OC being the anchor assailant here, or the anchor whipping boy here. I mean, they could have had Chuck Taylor be part of this rather than just writing him off TV. But honestly, they need to keep Trent Beretta being strong here. So I think like I said, OC is another guy who's known for resilience. You know what I mean? He takes a lot of damage, but he keeps coming back and coming back and coming back more. Like COVID in 2025. But I digress. So I say just to keep the meta strong, Trent Beretta.
Oh my God, Jack.
Stop it here. Nah, I'm going with OC on this one.
Oh, jeez. He's going with the orange juice?
Hey,
oh, boy.
People love him. What can I say?
No, I like the Vitamin C more than him.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I did that too.
No, wait. Why am I snowing? That's for later. The snowing is for later. The snowing is for someone else.
I think I know what match you might actually be on that for, and as a matter of fact, I think that's our next match on the docket.
Oh no!
It's Chris Jericho.
Wait!
Before
you say
what?
You're
am
not
the learning.
I am the burning bush. I'm the big burning.
Quietam, say the line. You're 20 for 20 with me. You should be the learning tree.
Yes, he was the learning tree, but now he's the burning bush of self-declarative boredom.
Yeah, it's Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Katsuyori Shibata. 3-way FTW rules match for the FTW Championship. Anyways, is there any background? No, there isn't. All I'm going to say is that doing it with Hook, losing it with Hook, may not have been the best thing, but you know what? I mean, what can you do, really? Jericho's finding a way with this. Big Bill wants to measure with him. Lie? And now Shibata in the mix.
Speaking of Big Bill, what happened to
Ricky Starks? He's got one foot out the door.
No, he said he's not injured and he's taking time off, basically.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be out. I think he's going to be out, honestly. It's only a matter of time. Anyways, background, but I'm sure Quajam will help with that. So, Dean, you first.
I got, unfortunately...
You unfortunately have Jericho. Huge.
The learning tree, dude.
Alright, Sheepster.
Why don't you keep your head on your shoulders and not be Katsuyori Shibata, baby? I'm going with Shibata.
Ooh, Shibata. But Jesse says Hook.
I like him.
So it looks like we're all gonna be split on this one, huh? Alright, Quajam.
Okay, this is a mess of a match. At least storyline wise, this is a mess. They're trying to get Hook more. Now, follow me on this whole pretzel logic here. Okay, Hook was already over once they gave him the Batman signal. So somehow Jericho thought, "Oh, that's not high and that's not popular enough. Let me insert my ego in here and undermine Hook, all the progress that we've made with Hook." By becoming more friendly, more of a cool substitute teacher in detention hall? It didn't make any sense! This is the first thing Jericho has ever done in this company that has made absolutely no sense. This is like the time period between Jericho not having a list and then somehow haphazardly creating a list in WWE in his last run. Okay? Literally is. It's when he just shows up with a sash going, okay, can I pretend to be Canadian? You know what I mean? It's just this was trying to do more than it did, but this is purely all for Jericho's ego. This literally is. This is the first example, physical example. You don't have to be a smart, you don't have to be a casual to see this. That this is Jericho really showing his Jeff Jarrett stroke of ego in a match. But you actually, yeah, but what they did here is that it was. I said at the beginning this was going to be a 3-way match, and here, sure enough, here you go, a 3-way match, which I always thought it was going to be. I love the bounty hunter Keith, Brian Keith, but they're booking him like he is the perpetual bounty hunter of himself. Okay, the self-defeating bounty hunter. But I Jack. I think Hook is going to. Jesus, this is like the little engine that could. This is like Samson versus the twins Goliath when you really think about it. So he is going to be able to survive Cirbata's PKs and Jericho's code breakers of osteoporosis ridden knees to retain a title that has absolutely no affiliation in any wrestling promotion going back to 1992 with the FTW Championship, which was created by his father. So I say Hook wins the FTW with the title back, to get this nonsense over with, and let's move on.
I agree. Send the Hook signal so we can get this fixed. Hook for the win. Okay. Now.
Hook for a reality check. Okay, Hook for the reality check. Let's be honest.
Wait. Because there's no background title, you get to deal with a Fightful URL. So we'll get through this one quick. It's the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White and the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn, versus the Death Triangle, Pat Gray Phoenix and Pat.
Can we call the Bang Bang Gang Can we call the Bang Bang Gang the Bangles?
Because
I love that rock band.
The Unified World Championship.
The Bangles.
By the way, no, I think of the team basically. Yeah, but anyways, so any background? No. Oh wait, wait. I already led that one there.
Basically, if you want your background broken down into one sentence,
I forgot.
Boy, we know how to beat up Pac when nobody's around. There you go. There's your background.
There was background for the cage match, but I forgot it. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, look, that one there. Yeah. So yeah, by the way, apparently Adam Copeland, Mark Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston lost the trios match to the House of Black after Malachi used the black mist and then hit
black mist into a black mass.
Black mist into a black mass. Thank you.
Or they call it what he calls it. He calls it the corruption. Let's remember that.
Copeland
it's called the
defeated
corruption.
The other two. Yeah. Apparently, House of Black stole Copeland's wedding ring, which belonged to him and his wife Beth Phoenix. And
his emo. I'm a cool emo kid wedding ring. Let's be completely honest.
And by the way, if Black wins, Copeland has to bend a knee to the House of Black. But that's beside the point. And as for this shit, yes, the Death Triangle's back. I'm happy that they're back together. Hopefully they stay together proper. And
let's start the clock until the next Phoenix inevitable injury.
All right, Dean, you're up first. The Bang Bang Gang versus the Death Triangle.
And this may you note, this is for the Unified Trios Championship. So they're unifying the ROH six-pack titles with the AEW Trios title. So this is
but they're still carrying around the pink Acclaim
I know,
title.
but what I'm saying is at the end of the match, they're not going to have 6 belts anymore. It's going to be only 3.
I thought they were already all unified.
No, they said this was a unification match when they had the big beatdown.
No, but the trios here are unified here.
I know, but they're saying they're going to be unified. So later on, after whoever wins, you're going to see 3 belts. This isn't like
the fucking pink belts. Those were made for the Acclaim.
Those were made for the Acclaim.
So why are they carrying them around? It's like Edge
because they haven't had the match, Matt. Look, Coffee, it's this kind of logic. When you merge titles together, it's usually after a unification match.
But
have they had a unification match?
No. Unification match.
No, they didn't. They did not verbally say when they had a trios match that this would be a unification match. Okay? They didn't say that.
That's no. It happened at Dynasty on the fucking pre-show. It was winner take all.
It's a pre-show. It doesn't count. Now it's on the actual main card, so now it's going to be certified.
It was an actual title unification match. All they had to do was get those damn titles. That's like Edge still holding on to the damn spinner belts. Okay. We're arguing over this shit while I have on a... You know what? I'm going to save that joke for the end. Okay, so, let's see. Where was I? I'm trying to remember here with this now. I can't think. Okay.
Start the Jeopardy music. Bang, bang, bang.
Shut it. Dean, you're first.
The Bang Bang Gang.
And now Sheepster
Bullet Club.
for
Go,
life.
Hey.
And now, the Jesse
Hey.
actually says Death Triangle. What does the Kwai Jam say?
Oh, dude, this is the Bang Bang Gang have been on fire this whole time. The promos from there are interesting. Everything's interesting. There's nothing that they've done bad. I mean, literally, Jay White's done his best inner circle Jericho here. Am I wrong? He's carrying a baseball bat. It's gold, which works. But they've done. I think the equalizer in this match, which is going to see the Bang Bang Gang get these trios titles for much longer once they are reunified, because it's not a pre-show match, is going to be Juice Robinson's going to come back that night, and he's going to be the equalizer, and then he's going to be the one who's going to help the Bang Bang Gang.
I miss Juice.
I miss the Juice. Yeah, the Juice is going to be loose, and it's not going to be in a white Ford Bronco, right, Coffee? Anyway, I digest. So yes, Bang Bang Gang with the returning Juice Robinson. Yeah, see, that was funny. Juice Robinson is going to return. The Bang Bang Gang is going to go back to being a quartet, and they're going to retain the newly reinvigorated trios titles of Ring of Honor, AEW, yada yada. Let's go. FLJ.
You know what?
Or LFG, I should say.
I don't know. Honestly, it could go either
No.
way. You know,
I want to see a Bang Bang Gang Little Red Wagon to hold the titles in. That's what I want.
What?
I want
Sure, the Bang Bang Gang for the win, but I won't be mad with
Yeah,
either
see?
result.
There you go.
Oh, now let's go to one of the matches. I know it's what they're dubbing the triple main event. Part 1 of this triple main event includes Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship. And let's see. So at NJPW Resurgence in 2023, Willow Nightingale defeated Mercedes Moné to become the inaugural NJPW Strong Women's Champion, a match in which Mercedes Moné suffered a broken ankle. At Dynamite Big Business on March 13th, 2024, in Mercedes' hometown, no less, Moné made her anticipated AEW debut, and following the show's main event match, helped Willow Nightingale fend off an attack from AEW TBS champion Julia Hart. On the April 3rd episode of Dynamite, Moné declared she would be challenging for whoever was the champion at Double or Nothing, which would also be her AEW debut match. At Dynasty later that month, Nightingale defeated Hart to win the TBS Championship, scheduling Nightingale to defend the title against Moné at Double or Nothing. Finally, she's fucking wrestling. It took her long enough to get to it. Anyways, I don't have much to add. Just finally she's wrestling. Thank goodness. Dean? Oh, Dean.
I the Mercedes.
All right then. Just there's the first thing that come to your head. It's okay. It's okay. Sheepster.
A Mercedes Moné.
And the Jesse says Mercedes Moné. And now Kwai Jam.
Okay, this is just a return match. This is just nothing new. Let's be thankful that Mercedes Moné hasn't had the lack of ring work that we've seen on a certain Jade Cargill, or should I say the stepmother of Bianca Belair. At least we're going to be what I want out of this is that Mercedes is wrestling more. I don't want to see her like Saraya wrestling once every 3 months, or 4 months, or 5 months, wearing clothing that looks like Seth Rollins is watching the show going, I need to wear that. But I digest. I think this is going to be...
I digest.
Yeah. I just said that. I don't need an action replay there. Okay? Thank you. This isn't Premier League. Anyway,
may I digest?
But I digest. Okay? Get it right. Anyway, back to my thoughts. I think Mercedes Moné is going to do decent in this match, but it's Willow going to be carrying her majority of the match because this is her first match in nearly a year from her falling and tumbling off the top rope, hurting her ankle. Willow did not do anything in this. This was her own mishap. So she'll wrestle very safe here, so she can keep that other pretty ankle of hers not getting all black and blue, like Willow Nightingale's hair. But I digest. So I say Mercedes Moné is your new TBS champion. I don't see the point of this title in the first place, but Turner's probably sure enough to talk Tony Khan and adapting more of their networks into title names. But yeah, I say Mercedes Moné, your new TBS champion.
Tony Khan has paid Mercedes an awful lot of money to come into the company, but it's not like it shouldn't even have to be a thought. At this point, yeah, Mercedes, no doubt about it. This is her first match, and it's a big one. You're not going to have her go down. So yeah, maybe Willow Nightingale may turn heel afterwards, by the way, so we can really have Wayne Brady's doppelganger say the line that Wayne Brady made famous in that one Chappelle Show sketch.
Does Wayne Brady got a choke a bitch?
See, there you go. Right there.
Fucking
Wow,
never
that
get
made him
tired
give
of
us
that
a real laugh.
shit. Okay, second part of this double main event, or triple main event, I meant, is the Elite, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry the Scapegoat, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, you ain't getting me, you fools, versus Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, the somehow still alive Darby Allin, and FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood in an Anarchy in the Arena match. This is a big one with story, folks, so just strap yourselves in. So starting in early 2024, the Young Bucks turned heel by embracing their roles as AEW's executive vice presidents. They started abusing their power by kayfabe suspending Hangman Adam Page and kicking Kenny Omega, who had been inactive due to legitimately suffering from diverticulitis, which he did undergo successful surgery for and is now recovering, and we here all wish him the best, out of the Elite, while subsequently bringing in New Japan Pro Wrestling mainstay Kazuchika Okada into AEW and the Elite, which also established Okada as a heel after he attacked Eddie Kingston and won his AEW Continental Championship. Okay, where the fuck? So, yeah, he won the AEW Continental Championship on the March 20th episode of Dynamite and became the third Japanese champion in AEW. The Bucks later won the vacant AEW World Tag Team Championship after Sting and Darby Allin relinquished them due to Sting's retirement at Dynasty against FTR after receiving assistance from a returning Jack Perry, who had been off AEW television and competing in NJPW following his backstage altercation with CM Punk at All In, which led to Perry's suspension and Punk's firing. And Perry officially joined the Elite after assisting them in attacking AEW President and CEO Tony Khan with a fucking TK driver. Omega made an appearance on the May 1st episode of Dynamite to talk about his health and AEW status, would be later attacked by the Elite. The following week, Omega, via pre-recorded video from the hospital, used his own EVP power to book an Anarchy in the Arena match with the Elite against a Team AEW group originally comprising of FTR, Kingston, and Danielson. Now I remember the Kingston ordeal. Now I do here. Unfortunately, Kingston would later be removed from the match, unfortunately, because he legitimately broke his leg at NJPW's Resurgence. And who did he face off against? He faced off against, where the fuck is it? Or did he have something? There, yeah. He was beaten by Gabe Kidd in a no-ropes last standing match for the Strong Openweight Championship. As a result of that, his spot in the match was taken by Darby freaking Allin, who returned from a broken foot on the May 15th episode of Dynamite to assist
He returned with a
AEW
broken
defending
foot after getting hit by a bus. Then he got hit by another bus, and then after he got onto the gurney fell out of the ambulance. It fell off the cliff, a la Homer Simpson. And
I see those gifs in the chat, guys. Knock it the fuck off. Both of you, seriously. And seriously, though,
Okay,
like,
Mom.
in all seriousness, don't fucking dare. No. Not even close.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's someone else. Sorry.
You better watch it, man. Seriously, can I just ask, in all seriousness, how the fuck is Darby Allin still standing after all this shit?
lots and lots of duct tape. I learned that from Deadpool.
Or maybe it's just painkillers, like he's Max Payne all of a sudden.
No, he's just the most hardcore. He's the most hardcore punk kid there ever was. He's the Mick Foley of punk kids. He really is. He can't die. He'll never die.
Oh, God.
He's like the only thing to destroy Ozzy Osbourne and Keith Richards and Darby Allin is conventional nuclear weapons.
Insanity, I tell
No,
you.
no. So Darby Allin, I feel like has that I'm here for a good time, not a long time kind of energy, and I think that's fair to say.
If he goes full tilt on that, if he goes full tilt on that, he might as well start giving him his alternate name. Jimmy Havoc.
Early retirement or worse.
Oh, burn.
All right, Dean, you're up first.
Team AEW.
Okay, Sheepster.
The Young Bucks and Jack Perry. Honestly,
The Elite. Hey, don't forget Okada.
They're bosses. I don't know what the problem is here.
The Jesse also says the Elite, but now we have to see what Quijam says.
Oh, this is just this. Like I said, one gimmick match is enough. They're giving us this. I mean, come on. Like I said, get the ambulances all lined up, get the gurneys ready,
Especially
make
for
sure.
Darby.
Yes, for Darby. If we know Darby is going to pull a Jeff Hardy off like a 4,000-foot tall ladder through 14 tables on fire with tacks, glass, and 14 meticulously pre-used copies of the National Geographic edition of Women of the Kenyan Serengeti, formerly read by Coffee, laid out on the table just to make it more funny. This isn't a completely, I know what, Tony Khan gives us what we always want. You know what I mean? He always wants to give us extra.
Spoiled
And this is the first pay-per-view and probably about I know, but this is pure spoilment. You know what I mean? There's no, you're purely spoiled. You know what I mean? This is like getting dessert with dessert with dessert and dessert. You know what I mean? This is pushing the whole concept of Double or Nothing past All In and All Out as being the most important pay-per-view for AEW's calendar year. So I foresee Darby Allin going out with one big crazy spot, and I do mean a crazy spot. Maybe not as I articulated, but I can't see the Elite losing this. I can't. It's just unless we have an equalizer on either side come out and make the difference. The numbers game. And the only guy I see coming out to maybe tip this in the favor of Team AEW is another guy that was just recently suspended, the Hangman. Hangman Adam Page comes out and intervenes here. So I say I'm gonna go the other direction. I don't think it's gonna be the Elite. I think it's going to be Team AEW because Hangman's gonna come out and make the save. He might come out and ride on a freaking horse for all we know. Because last time we saw Hangman he was the stadium arcade, the stadium stampede. He was on a horse. So why not have him come out on a horse in this one and like gallop over the leftover entrails of Nick and Matthew Jackson? So yeah, I say Team AEW in this one. I think Hangman's going to come out here and get some revenge. I mean, Kenny Omega already got it.
This would be this would be a good returns place for Hangman.
Yeah, for Hangman, yes. You know what he does? He comes back as a face. Nobody would see that coming because he was a heel last time we saw him.
Okay, so here's the deal. They still have not had Blood or Guts, and I have a feeling this is not.
I don't think Blood and Guts is even going to happen this year, to be honest.
Dude, they had it last year.
Too many people are injured right now. They're learning this.
But
they can't do.
But here's the thing,
can't do it all the time.
though. This is probably not going to be the only match in this feud here. Like, they're still going to keep this probably going for a while. So, at the end of it all, let me see. Okay, here's the deal. Regardless, if one wins one match, another will win the other. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Team AEW on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, because then the Elite can win the eventual Blood and Guts, or God forbid they decide
to
do
they break the tie, yeah. They
break
the
then they have another blow off in a stadium stampede at All In, God forbid.
I think All In and All Out's going to have a Blood and Guts in it. I think it would make the most sense.
We'll see what happens.
It should be in London.
Yeah, I think they should do it in London. They've not done Blood and Guts outside the United States, so I think in England it would make a lot of sense.
And finally, our main event is Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. In the main event at Dynasty, Swerve Strickland defeated Samoa Joe to win the AEW World Championship. After condemning the Elite for their actions against Tony Khan, Swerve found out his double or nothing opponent would be a returning Christian Cage. Anyways, whose Patriarchy stable would assault Swerve. During another confrontation with the Patriarchy on the May 8th episode of Dynamite, Swerve's Mogul Embassy stablemates would turn on him as well. Because it turns out, it's a small world after all. Anyways, so, I mean, what more can we say here? They could extend this a little if they wanted to, but I'm not sure that's what they're going to do. This is going to be a hell of a match. Shenanigans are sure. Nana will dance, and yeah. So, Dean.
Swerve.
All right, Sheepster.
Swerve.
All right. The Jesse also says Swerve Strickland, but he thinks finally Luchasaurus will cost Christian the title, basically to turn on him, and will promptly get kicked out of the Patriarchy. That's what he told me. I'm just reading what he said here. And let's see. Oh, fuck. I said Jesse's pick, so now it's Quijam's turn.
Yeah, see, now I was wondering when that brain fog was going to clear.
Sorry, I'm trying.
This is, I mean, for them to go back to Christian so quickly, which I couldn't imagine more of a perfect opponent for him, you know, because Christian's gotten away. He's gotten his way more than Copeland ever got his way when you really think about it. And I think it's beautiful poetic justice that he came back, because when his music hit, when they announced his first opponent, I was like, I was grinning ear to ear. You know, it's kind of grin that my parents found out when they weren't going to have me properly on my birth, but I died Jack. So I think this is going to be a very big challenge for Swerve, because, you know, unless he's got Nana there, which we see Nana come back, he just recently came back. This is going to be a real challenge for him, because does Swerve get away with the same stuff that Copeland had to do to finish Christian in his first loss in AEW? I think Swerve will go to those limits. So I would not put it past Swerve to start using foreign weapons here, but I see Swerve easily retaining here. But Christian will push him to the limit. He will push him to the limit. Push it to the limit! Burn it! Push it to the limit!
Walking on the razor's edge.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
look down,
hey,
just
hey.
keep your head. Or you...
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me just say this.
What?
Will Ospreay on Ricochet being WWE Speed Champion. The fact that they only value his time for under 5 minutes is appealing to me. I just want people to remember who he is. If you go look back 2012, 2013, Dragon Gate Ricochet, he was untouched by at that time.
Dude,
even Will Ospreay knows about
the only
Ricochet.
time people cared about Ricochet is when he was wearing a mask and pretended to be from Wakanda. Okay, come on, dude. Prince Puma, come on. Last time we cared about Ricochet in Lucha Underground. Come on. It's the same thing with Swerve Strickland. The only time we cared about Swerve Strickland, other than now him being a champion and being an actual mogul, was when he was wearing a mask as Killshot in Lucha Underground.
And on that,
how ironic! How ironic parallelization!
On that note, I'm going with Swerve Strickland to retain.
Yeah, there you go.
And with that, we've finally come to the end. So thank you all for being here. Some of y'all still drive me crazy, but at this point, I mean...
it's all love, Coffee. We just love to frustrate you to a big smile in the end. You know, that's what we do.
Really want to believe?
No, it's just what we want you to believe.
Knock it off. Okay. Hey, you're not helping some of this either, Sheepster. So, you know what? I mean, whatever. Okay, look. Thank you for at least being for this part of the show. Although I tell you, man. Just to tell you, yesterday, what we were talking about before was crazy as hell. I can't believe it was, but yeah. So yeah, the next time we will see you on the on the AEW side, we'll be on Forbidden Door on the 30th of June. Or wait, that's the show, so we'll do the podcast probably on the 28th.
It's hard to believe they're going to be able to fit this and Forbidden Door 3 within a month each other. It's incredible.
And as for the next WWE show, well, we have NXT Battleground on the 9th, but since I won't be
Wait,
on
so
the 7th,
is both shows tomorrow? Is both?
No,
is-
King and Queen of the
No.
Ring is Saturday, Double or Nothing is Sunday.
Yeah.
And as for this now, for Battleground, that will be on the 9th of June, but I won't be back till the 8th, so we'll just do that one then. That's for NXT, though. The next proper WWE show will be Clash at the Castle on the 15th, so we'll probably see you on the 14th for that one, and that's the plan. So, yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go watch a ridiculous modern reincarnation of some old game show because I don't know what to do with my life.
He's going to go watch match. He's going to go watch Match Game 77.
No, I'm talking about the modern version of Lingo because I don't fucking know.
Lingo.
I don't
God.
know. I don't
I'm
know,
off.
man. I'll see ya. Bye, everybody.